Welcome to Practically Divine Sage. I'm planning to go live every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night as a way of making myself accessible for those in need. It is July 12th. Who is shooting fireworks? It just rained too. We had a decent storm blow through, and now someone is shooting fireworks. People are so weird here. See, I know it's a firework because of the sound. I don't know if the phone picks it up. But like, it just rained. Just rained. We had a whole bunch of like heavy wind, heavy rain, big thunder, like making my house like woo. And now someone's like, I want to shoot off fireworks. That's North Carolina for you. Readings with me are full readings. They're not mini readings. They're $15 a reading, or you can ask a yes/no question for $2. Hey, McCrushin. You want to know what's funny? We just had a storm blow through, and it was like real heavy rain. And now my neighbors decided that it's the perfect time to shoot off fireworks now that it stopped. So it's a good thing I chose going live versus trying to sleep, because I would not sleep. I'm okay, just tired. I stayed up doing a reading till about 12:30 last night, and then I had to wake up at 7 and work an 8-hour shift, and I'm here. And I'm supposed to tutor kids tomorrow. Always busy. Can y'all hear the fireworks? Or do I just sound crazy talking about them? You can hear them? Yeah, it was just like really bad storming. 5-10 minutes ago is probably when the rain stopped. And now I get fireworks. Yay. I spent most of the day, even though work was really slow, so I spent most of the day clipping, well, not really clipping, editing the live from last night, because I've decided that if I go live and I do readings, instead of trying to remember all the readings I do, I'm just gonna upload them to YouTube so people can rewatch them on their own time. Because I've had people come back and they're like, do you remember when you told me this? I'm like, kind of. But I said a lot of things. So it's just better if it's on the YouTube. They can watch it as many times as they want. Yay, laundry. I have to do laundry tomorrow. I gotta tutor kids tomorrow. I gotta do laundry tomorrow. I need to make that video that I want to make about the squares on the 31st. And I was just saying before I cut off the live, this is the second time I've been live because I wanted to recheck the algorithm. I was looking at astrology stuff. So apparently tomorrow Saturn goes retrograde, which to me, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. It's not a personal planet. And then Mercury goes retrograde next week. But I don't think that's a big deal either. But I'm not a person who gets scared of retrogrades. So the squares, there's different type of symbols that come up when looking at an astrology chart. So you have your squares, which is like, hello Carlos, how are you? Your squares are like when you have planets that are technically 90 degrees from each other. That's, a lot of people see that as like a little bit of resistance, some friction as well. And then you have oppositions. People will say like planets in opposition don't really like to be in opposition, but it depends on the energy involved because each zodiac's assigned to like an element. And then there are other symbols like tied to like mathematical points. So if people ever talk about a planet being conjunct with another, that just means they're within 10 degrees of each other, which means it's like they're walking together, they're holding hands, they're friends, which I'm just like, I just see it as taking advantage of an energy that's like aligning a little bit more. But 15 squares is crazy. That's like a lot of friction, and most of it has to do with personal planets. It's like any way that planets could be squared, it's squared. And when I looked at it based on the friction, we'll call it the friction that the squares do, it has a lot to do with energy levels, mental faculties, emotion stuff. Basically, like, the 31st is going to be a day of like extra brain fog, irrational behavior, short temper, unable to move forward with desires. Like, you have goals or you want to do things, but you can't get your body to move. At least that's how I'm seeing it. So I want to do like a deep dive YouTube video on it, because stuff be happening every day with like how the math works out with the astrology. But like 15 squares, I'm like, god damn, that's gonna be a rough day. Yeah, I don't really, the thing is, I agree with the don't bother with retrogrades. And I say this because, one, retrogrades are a visual illusion. Two, like, sure, the planet goes backwards with the illusion, but other than you like freaking out about it because of the illusion, it really doesn't do that much unless the planet regresses back into another zodiac. So therefore, changing from, let's say, like a fire energy to an earth energy, that's a totally different vibe. That's the only time it matters. You only got to pay attention to where the planets are based on where you see them. I know a lot of practitioners just ignore astrology altogether, and they just go off of the astronomy where everything actually is. But the internet just loves to yell about retrogrades. And I'm like, retrogrades never had historical significance. I took classes with Lori Rivers. Some of the best books you can read are by Alan Oken. He passed away last year, unfortunately, but his books are very good. He has stuff on like soul-centered astrology, books specifically on the houses. I really want to get my hands on a book about synastry reading, because a lot of people want couples readings, and I'm like, I don't know enough for that. And that's why I also don't offer astrology stuff on my website, because personally, opinion, but I think no one should be doing astrology services until they've at least been studying astrology consistently for about minimum 7 years. Because that's enough time for you to look through history, to look through the like evolution of astrology, like from the Middle East, when the Greeks started learning it as well, and stuff like that. But the Alan Oken books are good. I don't like the book that's like all you need to know about astrology, because it's very pop astrology coded. So it's very like horoscopy, fake knowledge-y. Like, it's great for meme content, but it's not going to cut it if you want to go look at somebody's chart, or look at what we call transit charts, where you're looking at your birth chart and you're looking at how your chart is affected by planets of today or any other day. Ooh, Vedic astrology. There are a few Vedic astrologers that I follow and like watch their content, but I've heard, Lori told us in class a few years ago that, I mean, it's probably an opinion, but she says that learning Vedic astrology is not really advantageous because we live on this hemisphere. And because we live on this side of the planet, it's not really as useful as if someone was living in Africa, Europe, or Asia. So I think it's cool though, because the Vedic astrologers sometimes get things right way better than just tropical astrology folks sometimes. But it's, people keep saying like, you live on the wrong side of the world for it. Ooh, there's a YouTube course for Vedic astrology. That's cool. Hello, Pause Psychology. But yeah, the Alan Oken books are really good. And I took classes with Lori Rivers years ago. I did it during, ooh, thanks. I did it during the pandemic lockdowns. I took her classes because I had nothing else to do. Couldn't leave my house. I see an order popped in. Yeah, I would show you my Alan Oken books, but I let somebody borrow them. I should reclaim them. Hello. How do I say your name? Is it Nadija or Nadija? I don't want to be rude. It's okay if I sound dumb. Oh, that's my external hard drive. I was like, what's that buzzing? Hello. I see your purchase here. What is it that you would like me to look into for you? Check the notes too if you wrote a note. That's so fair. That's how I feel when I let someone borrow one of my crystal stone books. Are you going down the right road with Mike? Let's check. Not the knives emojis. I feel that energy though. Right, let me take a look at these cards. I feel like there's more cards, but they want me to see what we got here. So I'm seeing the start of the relationship, or start of talking to Mike at least, has gone really well. Four of Cups. Do you have concerns because there's gossip happening? Is that what's going on? Because I have cards that like make me suspect that like things were going great, but other people have opinions, or they're adding opinions into y'all's relationships or into y'all's ears. And that's causing a little bit of friction and a little bit of heartache, which here it seems unnecessary. I think my light's dying too. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I can plug it in and do this at the same time. The Nadija. Are other people meddling in your relationship or telling you things about Mike that might not be true? Because here I have the 10 of coins, the 3 of cups, ace of swords with a 3 of swords. Yes, all the time. So is it like more like envy, or is it more like jealousy? Like they don't want you to be with Mike because they're unhappy, I guess. I can ask the cards like if being with Mike is a good idea. Because I mean, people are always going to have opinions, friends, family, like whoever. But other people shouldn't be interjecting into people's relationships. That's my opinion. They really just don't like him. Well, this relationship could be very positive for you, because I'm not seeing that there's actually an issue in the relationship. It's just other people are talking about him in a not good way. Probably because they want you to break up with him. But if you and him are on good terms, that is not necessary. You got to check those friends, or you got to check that family. Because I'm not getting any indicators that he's really there's nothing negative here about the relationship. I can also look in, I mean, do you want me to check on how Mike feels, or if you and Mike are a good fit? Because I know I got like the friends and or somebody don't like him, but so if you both like each other and you're both being fair to each other, it doesn't really matter if other people like him or not. What matters is if you like him and if you want to keep going. Okay, I'll look, because that annoys me. Other people always have things to say, and I'm like, worry about your own life, okay? If no one's getting hurt, worry about yourself. People so rude. Everyone's got an opinion, you know? Yeah, so these cards just support what I just said. You got your Three of Wands here, which is moving forward, enjoying the course of action. This is like following your dreams and your aspirations, that the universe is behind you and supports you and how you feel. The Magician in this case is like, you already know that your friends and family don't like him, but you don't care. Literally the Fool card. Literally go with your gut. Enjoy your life. Mike is not the problem that they want to make him look like, okay? Literally, the universe is like, go forth and enjoy your life. Do not worry about this boy. As long as y'all stay open and clear with communication and you're being fair to each other, have fun, girl. Live your best life. Tell people to mind their business. Good. No problem. Anytime, girl. Anytime. I hate nosy people. I also have very nosy family, and they always have an opinion, even when I don't ask for it. So I get it. I'm gonna reshuffle to reset the cards. But yeah, McCrushen, I feel that I have had a friend damage a book before. Look at that. Nadija, you're still here? This is a very promising card. Long-term relationship goals. See, look, it looks like a wedding. I like that. Okay. Just wanted to show you that. Last minute.